Hello everyone. In our last video, I talked about how to get this player capsule to run left and right and to jump using physics for a 2.5 side-scroll fashion game. And we're going to talk about how to get this character to double jump if that's what you want to do. So right now the way that the jump works is it's waiting for key input. When it receives key input, it does a raycast and checks for whether it's contacting the ground or not. And if it is, it says go ahead and jump, and off it goes. And the way the raycast works is interesting. We only get one send event, this hit event. So basically you can send that or finished, and we don't get a lot of other options. But that's okay because we can route finished somewhere else, and that's what we're going to do. So instead of having it just check for ground and go over here, we're going to have it check for ground, and if it misses, we're going to have it check to see if we can double jump or not. And this is pretty easy, actually. It's easily overthought, but basically we want it to jump one more time, or two, if whatever your game calls for, but in this example I'm going to just have it jump once. So I can jump off the ground once and off the air a second time. Or if I am running off an edge, I can jump once, twice. Or at most, if I run and I don't jump and start falling, I get one good second jump to try to save myself. And we're going to do that with just one extra state and no variables. So basically, we're going to check for the ground, and if we hit the ground, we're just going to say jump. Just do it. We always know we want to. And then I'm going to say, let's add a new state, and we'll call this our double jumping state. And instead of the finished going immediately back to the key listener, we'll just have it go here. And I'm going to grab the add force that we already made, and I'll copy that, paste it. And something that else is interesting is this now gives me two places to control the power of my jump. I can control the power of my first jump based on this first jump state, and I can control the power of my second jump based on this state. And the other thing that's interesting is now that I've left the key listener state, we've essentially frozen input. So by the time we've routed through here, checked for the ground, missed, and then come over here and told it to jump one more time, it physically can't jump anymore because we're not allowing it to go back to the state that's listening for the spacebar input. So we're just going to hang here until we get a collision. So I'm going to add a collision event at the end, and I'm going to say on collision enter with what tag, make sure that my ground has a tag, and it does, it's tagged ground. So with what tag, I'm going to say the ground tag, send event, and I could get fancy and make something, but I'm just going to say we're finished wasting your time. Go ahead, and now you can go back to jumping again. So I didn't have to keep track of any variables or anything in this situation, and if I wanted to say add another jump, I could have another hang state before it returns. But this is pretty simple. And there's still one flaw with it. I'll show you here in a second. If I expand, you can see that I can run left and right, I can single jump, I can double jump, but I can't necessarily triple or quadruple jump. Now, if I want max jump, I need to really time my jump so that I'm getting full upward speed on both jumps. And if I jump and then wait and fall, my second jump is like almost worthless. And the reason is because as my character here jumps up and then falls, its downward velocity is increasing, and I'm adding physical force. So it's like I'm getting faster, faster, and faster, and then and that wasn't enough force to really jump me. So what we're going to do is, in this double jump state, before we add the force, we're going to add one more action, and we're going to set the velocity of our object. And in this case, let's just set our y constant to 0, and we'll do it in the world space. So what this is saying is, hey, if I press the spacebar, and I'm check for the ground, and if I'm grounded, instantly jump and come back here. If someone hits the spacebar, I want you to jump back in here and check for the ground. And, oh, I missed. I'm still in the air. Come over here. instantly freeze the upward velocity and boost off of that. So that will freeze your position in space. Now the downward side of that is it means if you were moving up and you still had some velocity left, you're going to squash it. You're going to set it back to 0. So there's that. But this is a simple, easy way otherwise to effectively build a double jump and not have to keep track of too much counting or variables. So let's give it one last play test, make sure it's working with the new set velocity. So I've got a jump, and no matter where in space I hit my second jump, even if I fall, even if I jump off the edge and fall and hit it, I still get a full boost on my second jump. And that's awesome. Alright, thanks guys. And hopefully this is helpful. Talk to you soon.